Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today for my weekly class to go. My name is Michelle Pepper for those of you tuning in for the first time. So every week on Wednesday I run this class where I take a product bundle or a product suite from our current catalogs and run the class and so I demonstrate 2 projects from start to finish and yeah, so if you live in New Zealand and you place an order with me this week for $40 or more, then I will send you the card kits for this class, and that is 4 card kits, 2 of each design, and so I will send that to you for free as a thank you gift. So thank you very much for joining in. Welcome everyone. So this week my chosen bundle is the Cheerful Daisies, which is from the annual catalogue, which is the only current catalogue at the moment. So let's go in and see let's begin our class. Hello everyone, welcome to my weekly class to go. So this week we are featuring the Cheerful Daisies bundle. So this stamp set and is coordinating Cheerful Daisy dies are actually part of a product suite. So on page 111 of our annual catalogue, you will see the entire double page spread of the suite, which is actually called Fresh as a Daisy. So it has the DSP, the designer series paper, the gems, and then the stamp set and the dies. So all together, you can buy all of those together with one simple code here, which is, you can see over here, there's one single code that you can use and that will get you all the items. All right, so let's get on with our class. Thank you for joining in. And as always, I have 2 projects to show you today. So let me just move that out of the way for here. So the first project is this, okay? So if you live in New Zealand and you place an order with me this week by Friday the 12th of May, I will send you these card kits. So 2 card kits for this card and then 2 for the next card. So 4 card kits altogether. I will send that to you for free as a thank you gift. All right. So this card features the new color, one of the new colors, which is the pink here, called Bubble Bath, and which is also what the flower is stamped in, and also a returning favorite, which is the Lemon Lime Twist. All right, and for the sentiment, I have used Starry Sky, which is another in color, and so they're coordinating twine as well. So when you get your kits, it comes like so. Now always double check everything, like just have a look inside your envelope and make sure that all the little gems are in there, because they are little, and because I'm trying not to use too many plastics, so rather than put this in one of those little plastic sleeve, I've just put them in here. So hopefully you shouldn't lose them, but sometimes people don't check and they go, oh, I'm missing items. So yeah, just double check there. So all the card kits always come with an envelope, and I'm just gonna put that aside for now. Now with this card, remember all the kits that I send out, as per Stampin' Up policy, I can't send you stamp images like with this flower daisy here. I can't stamp it and send it to you. But what I can do is give you a piece of cardstock that you will stamp on and then cut it out. So in order to make this card exactly as it is, you will need the Cheerful Daisies bundle. All right, so at the very least, and but otherwise there are options, and you can use what you have, and so you'll improvise and do something similar but with different the stamp sets that you have. Often I also include things that I can, like the die cuts, and so instead of using a stamped image, you could possibly use that, right? You could, and the way this die cuts out, it cuts out the whole thing like this. So you can use it together as is, or you can snip it off so that you get 1, 2, 3, 4 dies, 4 die cuts from one cut. Yes. Okay. So let's have a look. I'm just gonna put this on the side here so you can see it. So on the card now, my orders taking a while to come at the moment, so I'm actually quite short on paper on the cardstock, so hence I am improvising here. So I've given you a card base, which is in basic white, thick, the thick one, and then the bubble bath cardstock. This card layer will be exactly the same size, so it just goes on top. Now, because most of it is going to be hidden, if you have watched any of my videos, you will know that I can be on the frugal side, because I don't like wasting, because like there's a whole lot of cardstock that you can't see. So I tend to cut something out of the middle where it won't be seen and it won't matter. So that's what I've used to cut out these in Bubble Bath. Alright, so I've cut these 2 things out, so that if you don't have the stamp set and the stamp bundle, you can at least still complete the project. I like to think of you. Okay, and anyway, so let's do that. I'm going to do that right now with this. I'm going to put the glue on. Just got to make sure that I'm actually in the frame. Okay, so I'll click that on. I'm not going to go too close to the edge, just because it's liquid glue and it will just ooze out. And there is no border, okay? I've not allowed for any border because I wanted the pink border. Can't really, okay, just gonna do that. Right, so that's all done here, and then the next layer will be that layer. Okay, that layer is just going to go on top, but before we adhere to the card base, we are going to transform that into that. Alright, so let's get this out of the way for now, and I'm just going to pull in one of these scrap paper, and I'm going to put all these things aside for now. Now, I got one of these included in your kit, so this is going to be the mask. Okay, so what I've done is I am kind of placing that there, and then I'm going to, actually before that, you will notice that sometimes I don't necessarily go in and punch out all the little holes for you. I mean, they are already die cut, it's just that sometimes they don't come off easily. So this is what you may have to do, because if they don't come out properly, then you just need to use your pick tool in order to get rid of all these little holes, little pieces that are still stuck. Alright, so that's just step number 1. So I am basically going to be using this die cut as a stencil. So yeah, not sure if you have done that, but it's often a good way to use die cuts as well. So yeah, just I try to show you ideas that you perhaps may not have thought of. Okay, so yeah, so in the classes, right, I'm just going to get rid of all these. Alright, let's see. So I'm going to be using the Lemon Lime Twist, which is the returning color. Alright, and then I need my little blending brush. Actually, that's the big one. Okay, and then I'm going to just place that now very carefully, okay? So you want to take your time with this. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave this because I've already got a green one which I used for the other card. This was actually white, but it's just turned into, it was white like this. Alright, but I have used it before as a stencil, so it's gone a bit green. Now, you can obviously do whatever color you want. But I'm gonna do this in this color, alright, as per. Right, and then just going to lightly sponge and blend all those colors in. Yes, your fingers, your nails are gonna get inky, is the right word, in the color that you're gonna be doing this in. Okay, so so I can see those 3 dots didn't come up. Oh well, it's okay. It's not. It's a good thing about stamping, right? It's not a hard and fast rule, and people won't know it. In fact, they will just think that that's how you planned it. Now, so I'm just going to lift this up to see what it's like at the moment. So you can see it's quite light, and I know I want it a bit darker than that. So I will just close there and just add more color. So yeah, it's quite therapeutic. It's a bit slow going, but I'm okay with that. It's just, like I said, it's therapeutic, so it's really quite mindful when you are making this card, I think. Right, so let's see. I think that's a little bit better now. Yep, it's darker. Just a little bit of patience to get through all the colours. Alright, so pretty happy with that. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And then I'm just going to move things around a little bit. Maybe I'll do it this way. Oh, I know why. It's because I took all the holes out of this one, but I didn't do this one. Huh. Now I have to redo it. It's okay. We can do this. I'm just poking out all these little holes here. I was wondering why. I thought I did it. Oh well. That's okay. That just makes it a little bit more unique. More unique. I'm just gonna kind of flick all these away first, because otherwise I might get unwanted dots anywhere. Right. Let's see if I can adjust this. I don't know if you can't. I've got to do it. Hopefully I'm in the frame, guys. Oh, my eyes are playing up. Okay, let's see. Let's put that there now. Right, I'm just going to add that. Okay. Oh, I've ripped that. It's okay. So just be careful. It's easily done. Right, so that wasn't very clear. Is that way? Yep. It's very forgiving. Okay, you can see it's quite forgiving. Just gonna leave it at that. Right, I'm gonna leave it at that one for that. but I will add a bit more colour here. Oh, I think I've ripped that completely. Oh well, that's alright. To the best of my intention. Sometimes things don't go accordingly, but that's okay. No panic. We will just work with what we have. Right, then I'm just going to go this way. What's going on here? Okay, so we've got that sort of look. It's a very dreamy look, eh? I think. Let's have a look that way. So let's have a look. So I'm just going to pick it up and see. Right. Right there. This is a very light colour, so wonder why it's not coming through very well. Okay, let's try it again. It's a bit better. No, it might be because okay, it's sort of there. Let's move on and try. Actually, I might have to try and use the other one because that one's too flimsy. I'm going to go that way. Maybe I'll do that. Okay. So yeah, there's no right or wrong. You can just play around with it. I'm trying to work out whether I could do it that way. I don't know if that will work. Actually, yep, I will do that. Oh, I hope this works. I'm experimenting a lot. Okay, let's have a look. Great, good. So far, it's a bit darker. Just moved it a little bit. Right, let's go this way. Right, you can see how moody it is, right? Just trying to get those holes in there. Okay, that's great. Happy with that. And then maybe that. Yeah, that would look nice, eh? Okay, so there we go. How are we doing? Looking all right. There. Pretty happy with that result. Okay. I think that was, where was it? So if you're in doubt, you can always just line it back up. And then if you put more color here, then it'll probably show up a little bit more. There you go. And so you get something like this. Okay, so it's kind of very dreamy, very moody. But yeah, so this is like, and it's very forgiving. You saw how, yeah, you know, they were, the die kind of moved a little bit. And so now the reason why I used the other side was because if I didn't want another green, I can actually still use the front side. Yeah, so you can still use this. So yeah, so I'm just put that aside. That's all included in your kit, and so you can do with it however you like and use it again for another stencil, but just be careful because when you've worked on it a bit, it obviously becomes a little bit more malleable and more flexible. And yeah, so that is, we're nearly done with the card. So I've got a sentiment for this. Now I have used wishing you the brightest birthday. I don't think, oh, that might actually fit as well, or oopsie daisy, sorry. Now, but another stamp set that I have pulled out is the Sending Smiles, which I thought is quite fun as well. And I wanted to do Love and Big Hugs, or actually because Mother's Day is coming this Sunday, I might want to use something else. Oh, sorry. Yeah, actually Love and Big Hugs, I might do that for Mother's Day. Or, you know, I'll write inside Happy Mother's Day to my mum. Like, a note of thanks, but you know, it's just in honor of Mother's Day, right? So if you don't necessarily have to send a card to a mum or to your mum, or I know some of us, unfortunately, our parents are not with us any longer, so it's poignant, I guess, during celebratory days like Mother's Day and Father's Day. Can be a bit bittersweet, so I totally get that, but I just thought, you know, just in memory and in honor of the idea of Mother's Day, we're just showing appreciation to another person. So yeah, so I thought we can always give a card in the spirit of that, even though they're not our mum, or yeah. Now this is at a distance. I'm finding it quite hard to see. Let's see if I can get this in. Right, that might be better. Hopefully it's straight. Didn't think it was. But that's okay. I'm just going to run with it because, oh, I could do the other side. Let's see. It's not as polished, but it's pretty hard to see where I am, so I can just do it that way too. Right. Oh, no perfection here. Okay, so we can do that. We can do that. And then my next piece of thing that I need, so the ribbon has already been done for you, the bow, and then I just need my bubble bath. Bubble bath, bubble bath. Where are you, bubble bath? Right, I just need that pink, and I need that stamp set, that stamp. Now, I haven't been doing very well so far, but let's see if I can do this. I have a pre-die cut flower, so that's another way to do it. Right, so you would stamp, and then, sorry, I'll probably stamp it this way. You would stamp and then die cut it, okay, on your piece of cardstock. Or another way of doing it is when you have your own things, you can always die cut it first and then stamp it. So it's a little bit trickier. Now you might have to see the top of my head. I'm sorry. So I just need to lean a bit closer and see what I'm doing. Right, here we go. So just pressing it right down. That one, for some reason, there's always a mark there. Let's just see. Yay! It's not too bad. Okay, and that's the beauty of stamp sets like this. And if it really bothers you, you can always use a scissors to snip it off, right? I'll show you what I mean. If that offset bothers you a lot, then you can always snip it off with your paper snip. Just go with the outline. Right here. Didn't think it was that bad. Oh dear. But here we go. I'm just showing you how to fix things, because you get pretty good at fixing things, you know, when you do stamping. Fixing your mistakes. Right. Pretty happy with that one. Okie dokie. So let's now bring this over. I can now pretty much put this on. Right. It's just with a slight border. Just going to readjust this a little bit. Sorry, I'm just moving you around. Push that a bit further in, just so that I know that you will be in the frame. I will be in the frame, I mean, and you can see what I'm actually doing. Alright, so just going to place that, double checking. So yeah, do you like this combo? Let me know, because I think this is quite cool. I do believe someone has said that they thought that the bubble bath seems to go well with any colour. So I've yet to put that to the test, but I have certainly really liked this combo with the lemon lime twist. Now I could go a bit crazy with that, which I might do. Now, so we can either do that, or you can do do we want that? No, I am going to just stick with this one, because I can do that. And then I will use the little inside bit. I'm just going to go with the same color, lemon lime twist. And then, so I'm just going to press that down right there. Happy with that. And I'm just going to put around here, here. Do I want it up higher? No, I think I want it lower here. You're pretty happy with that. Love and big hugs. Okay, so I'm just gonna use glue because I don't want it too high. Don't want it to have too much height. So it's just going to be that, and then a dot of glue somewhere here, and then with this pre-done, so you might just need to twist it a little bit. Sometimes it's better to use glue dot. Right, and I'm going to do that one. Yep, I will use a glue dot. It might be just a tad easier. But what have I done? Got this somewhere here. Just manipulating it. Alright, and then that will just go here. Alright, so I will need a couple of, no, I think I'm going to get away. I'm going to try and get away with that, just using that. Oh, I can't decide. No, maybe not. Okay, just do that. Okay, so glue that down. Just kind of maneuver it a bit. There. So that is card number 1. You know what? I didn't even put this straight. There. How did I do? Roughly. So we've got the 2 cards. Oh, no, I haven't quite finished because I've got the gems to put in. Right. And so I might just put that one here now. I did have that on here. Okay, just poking out of the center of that. And then, and of course, I'm not in the frame. Oh, I need to adjust the camera. I'm sorry. Running a bit out of room. So let's just place it there. Okay, so I've got the 2 cards in Bubble Bath and Lemon Lime Twist. Yep, so you can see you can make it darker or you can make it lighter, but it does give that soft, dreamy look. Just love this card. Alright, so that's card number 1. I'm going to put that aside, and let's put all these things away. I think I need these. Just cut these out. Okay. Now, put it out of the way. Just be nice to have a tidy space in it. So, right, now the second card is a little bit involved as well. But I wanted to show you how it's done. Okay, So card number 2 is this little fancy fold, if you like. Okay, so you've got, now I kept this really simple. I don't even have any gems with this one. So yeah, so I've got the envelope here, we can put away. You've got 2 strips of the gingham, black gingham ribbon. Okay, now you've got quite a few layers here. Right, so this is one A4 sheet in half. So I've scored it, and so that's the idea, that it would go like this. Actually, it will be like so. It opens up that way. Okay, so then you have all these other layers. Now this biggest one actually goes on the back. Okay, and I'll show you why. Okay, but I'll just leave that aside for now. We're going to work with this and then these 2. So we have this layer. So this basic white card. So this is the thick one, and then this is the standard size, regular size. And I'm just going to layer them together like so. Actually, before that, I'm going to stamp. I'm going to stamp on this one first. Wait, do I want to stamp? Yes, I think I do want to stamp. And I'm just using the same colors, but of course you can do whatever color you want. Now I'm going to stamp this on here too. Right, so let's get that off. Radio. So I've got that to start with. Got to move that forward. Alright, so got to lean that down there. So the idea is you take that out. Okay, so now you're just going to run through with the die 3 layers. 1, 2, and the 3rd one there. So let's put that aside and let's close the ink pad so I don't get ink everywhere. Right, and then we need our die. So we need this outline die, this one here. Okay, and we need to line it up. Now the way I see is these 2 here and 2 here. That kind of corresponds with these 2. Whoops, have I got it right? Yep. Right, so this is what I'll do. I'm just going to run it through our machine, okay? Bear with me. Right, so I've got these. So that kind of is working well. Right here. Tell you what, just going to it didn't cut right through, so I'm just going to run through it one more time. So we've got that now, and then that will go on there. Okay, so that's how this will eventually look. Alright, so quite happy with that. Now what we need to do, so you've got, so those two layers go together. One's slightly smaller than the other one, so you basically just line it up so that you have an even border around. And yeah, so probably best to actually run through that first, because those are the two layers. I just found that it was a little bit hard to go through 3 layers. Go through those 2 layers, and then when you bring this back on here, then you can stamp. Alright, so you can stamp it, so, and then cut it out. And then you will stamp another time. Alright, so this time round you have this. So again, you're going to line it up and stamp it down. Okay, so we're just going to do that. It's all good. Voila. So you've got that kind of window look. Alright. So that is going to go on top of that. Now what have I done here? I have, right, we're going to place this on here first. Right, that's the bottom layer. But before I do that, I'm going to attach my ribbon on there. I've got to readjust this. Okay. I keep going out of frame. I'm sorry. Do better next week, hopefully. Alright, so then that will go on top of that. But before that, I'm going to put all that glue in. So that's the layer that's going in here. Right, so we've got that layer. Now then that top layer will be with dimensional. Okay, we're going to use dimensional on this one. What did I do with my dimensionals? I had it before. There it is. One, 2, 3, 4. Let's have a look. Which way is this going? That way. Just do one there as well. Right, so I'm going to take all these sticky bits off. Alright, now I'm going to line this up. Okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot to stamp this first. Actually, I might stamp it up high this time. Yeah, because I think I've cut it a bit low. Let's try doing that. Right, and I'm going to use, what shall I use? I'm going to use the same one, okay? Love and big hugs. Because I think that's pretty cool. I can send it to most people, I think. Don't you think? So I might go to top. Or should we go on the side? Love and big hugs. I'm going to do the top. And I'm using Pebble Path for this one. Ideally, you want to stamp this before you actually put it up there. Adhere it on, but let's see. Right, that will do. Love and big hugs. Okay, so improvise this a little bit, so it's gone up instead of down. Oh dear, and I forgot to do that part. So in this card, I actually embossed that. But now it's going to be a bit hard to emboss because it's right there. So what shall I do? What shall I do? I'm going to do Wild Wheat instead of heat embossing. And then we'll pull out our Wink of Stella, I think. I think that's what we'll do. So we'll do that. Alright. That we'll have to do. That kind of looks like gold, doesn't it? So I'll wait for it to dry a little bit. In fact, I could possibly do one more because I don't like the big white gaping gap there. I'll just extend it a bit. Here we go. That looks alright. I hope you can see how things often don't go according to plan and you just run with it and don't worry about it, don't overthink it, and just run with it, and usually most of the time it'll turn out fine. And once this is dry-ish, because this is quite juicy, I'm going to just pull in some shimmer. Hope you can see the shimmer. So instead of heat embossing, I have now done Wink of Stella shimmer. So let's see. Not sure. Can you tell the difference? Slightly different, but I think still alright. Yeah. And so now we've got this. We're almost done. Now we just need the next ribbon on the other side. So what have we got here? Did I stamp anything else in there? No, I didn't. But here, so when they open it up, it will be like so. Okay, and then you can still write on the inside here. So the only thing with that I can see, yep, you can kind of really see a little mark there. But hopefully your writing will go over it, or if you must, you know, just attach another piece of cardstock over it. So now pull in the other cardstock that goes with it. And I'm this time going to put the ribbon there, lined it up using tearing tape. So happy about, maybe you just need to lift it up a little bit. Actually, that's not going to be good. Let's try more. All right. Mind frame. Okay. Put that away. Right, so this is exactly the same size as the card base, so should be good. So just kind of, liquid glue is great because it just gives you a bit of time. Gives you a bit of time to maneuver things. Right. just going to really burnish it right down. And voila! So, love and big hugs. So you open it this way. It's a fun fold with a window, and then just tie a knot. Now, because I've used the thick basic white cardstock, I will show you how. I know we fold it and we are, you know, making it like a little book or a little, what do you call it? Like a little brag book kind of thing. And you can still stand this card up for displaying if you want it to. Right, so you can do there you go, something like that. Got that. So you can kind of just do that, and then it will hopefully stand to display, right? Or lay it flat. Yeah, so what do you think? So you've got the 2 cards. And I will show you some other samples that I have made before I settled on this layering. So I've done it with the blue as well. That's the boho blue. And you can see the difference between these two is that there's only 1 layer here instead of 2. Okay, but I felt like, yeah, like I couldn't, yeah, so like the ribbon seems to be sitting a little bit further out than I wanted it to. So yeah, that was one. And then there was also the yellow one that I did. I think, oh, this, yeah, so this was slightly different design in the sense that, see if I can take this off without ripping it. So it goes like this, and the backing is slightly bigger, so it creates a frame. Creates a frame rather than this one that I demonstrated is exactly the same size, whereas this one is slightly bigger, so that it actually has a frame. Right, so there's a different look. And then this one, when I did this, I forgot to cut the hole. So instead of a window here with the flower here, it's like so. Anyway, it's not wasted, I can still use it. But you can see in the different colours, right, all the different colours that I've used. So yeah, so there you go. We've got these. This is the card number 2 for today's class. And then we have that, those ones as well. Shall I just move that this way and this way? Alright, so thank you very much for joining me this week, and hopefully you come back next week and we will play with another product. Alright, bye everyone.